What is up? What's going on, guys? Trizzle here, tuning in, bringing you guys another 3-star tutorial, and today we're over at the builder base. As you guys can see on the screen in front of you, today we're going to be learning how to 3-star with archers and giants. I should say boxer giants, guys, excuse me. Sneaky archers and boxer giants, lest I forget. But as you guys can see, this is the army that we're pretty much going to be running with. Very strong army at Builder Hall 4 level. It is quite capable of being able to not just 2-star any base, but get the elusive 3-star, which can be a little bit more difficult at Builder Hall 4, as well as take out some of the Builder Hall 5s that you might encounter. Alright, so with this particular army, guys, it's very, very important. First things first, you got to get your big boy pants on. You've got to upgrade your giants to level 8 as soon as possible. Waste no time. I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time upgrading the little bombers. I would just keep on upgrading your giants, then your archers, kind of keep those up, because you can probably get away with maybe level 7, level 6 archers, but having that extra giant in the army camp makes a huge difference. So right off the bat, guys, always got to make sure that if you're going to be attempting this particular army, that you have your 4th army camp build, as well as your giants upgraded to level 8 minimum, and try to max out those archers as well. Very, very important. Next, guys, it's going to be selecting the correct base. As we're going through the raid objectives, pretty much, as you guys know, when it comes to any 3-star strategy, you have to start by breaking down the objectives for every raid. That way you know what it is that you're doing, how the troops are going to perform during the raid, and how to best give yourself the opportunity to have the outcome that we want. So with this particular army, your raid objective number 1 is going to be to select the correct base. What we're going to be looking for, guys, is going to be square bases, box bases, rectangles, basically the type of base that I currently have, as you can see here, hint hint. But the types of bases you want to avoid are going to be bases that have trap funnels, bases with a lot of openings where you can see obvious paths for spring traps and things like that, where you'll lose your giants completely. Alright, so make sure you're picking the right base. Raid objective number 2, scouting the best angle for your attack. Very, very important, guys, that you understand that the highest priority for your army is going to be the double cannon, but you also want to make sure that you're not attacking directly into the crusher. The crusher usually needs to be one of the last defenses that would go down. So you typically want to angle away from the crusher, but at the same time, make sure you are taking out the double cannon, because it is extremely important. Once you establish the angle that you'll be attacking from, first things first, it's going to be to sprinkle 1 or 2 archers. You want to start by taking out the trash. Don't go crazy, literally 1 archer on a building, and at the same time you'll be checking for bombs, so that way your entire archers don't get wiped out. So once you've sprinkled in the 1 or 2 archers to start taking out the funnel and testing for traps, the next objective is going to be to deploy all of your giants together. Make sure that you clump them all together, guys. They work much better in a group. They have the ability, not to mention as far as breaking through the walls, it really makes it much more difficult when you have them spread out. So go ahead and release all those giants together, followed up with a few archers behind, making sure that you don't use every single archer. You want to save at least 2 or 3, maybe even 4 archers for the flank, So that way, while the main part of your kill squad moves through the center of the base, your archers on the flank can take out the trash on the sides. After that, guys, you want to make sure that as you're working through the base, just make sure that you're mindful of how the troops are flowing through the actual layout. But that's pretty much it. If you're going to be attacking a Builder Hall 5, instead of the double cannon being the highest priority, it's now going to be the Multi-Mortar. Just because the Multi-Mortar can chew through your archers in a heartbeat. That splash damage will wreck face on your archers, so you want to take that out as soon as possible. So that's pretty much it, guys. I am going to go ahead and showcase a few attacks, that way you can see the power of the army and see exactly what you need to be doing. So here we've got the first raid, and this is, I believe, my main account. As you guys can see here, this is a more of a rectangular base. I start off by sprinkling the archers on the left. I saw that there were no traps, so I went ahead and deployed all of the giants, followed by a few archers to go ahead and support the giants. Once I realized that the giants would actually stay to the left of the base, I did sprinkle a few archers up top on the cannon, so that way that would quickly go down and the giants wouldn't decide to funnel towards the crusher. Once that happens, the archers naturally flow behind the giants, and they're able to take out the crusher fairly quickly before it can do too much damage to the giants. And that allows us to have the tank stay up, and that's key, guys. If you can get through the double cannon, the crusher, and I would say at least one cannon and an archer tower, or both archer towers, you can get through like 60-70% of the defenses and still have a giant or two up followed by a few archers. It's almost guaranteed 3-star. So pretty simple, guys. On this one, we'll go ahead and just run through the raid objectives very briefly, because again, this is a very strong attack. So this is my third account. Again, it is more of a box base, so you'll notice that I didn't sprinkle too many archers around, because I wanted to see where the giants were going to go. Every now and then, the giants, the pathing on this particular layout, it's so weird, and you guys have encountered that, I'm sure. It's different from the main army, the main town hall. So I went ahead and dropped the giants first, followed by a few archers to support, and then I'm going to kind of wait and see the direction that the giants go in to drop the support archers. So after the giants take out the cannon and the air bombs, they're going to start moving their way down to the bottom, and this is where I start releasing my support archers, because I know that if the giants have no support with the archers down in the core, they're going to get shredded very quickly. So the sooner that you can get those archers to take out the trash and start supporting the giants, the easier it's going to be to process through the core. And that just is a testament to the level 8 giants and why it's so important to get them maxed out as soon as possible. That way you can take out max builder base 4 along with weaker builder base 5s. So very strong raid, and it's pretty simple, guys. Again, you're gonna pick the right base, make sure you choose the correct angle, try to come in towards the double cannon if possible, stay away from the crusher, and make sure that you're sprinkling the archers in at the beginning to test for traps. And then when you drop your giants, you're gonna drop them all at once in a clump. That way they can work their way through the wall as needed, and then making sure to save a few archers to flank the attack. That way you can offer the support and allow the kill squad to process the entire base. So again, you want to use this army on more rectangular bases. So this would be a perfect example. You'll notice I suspected some traps near the edge of the base, so I dropped one archer and it ended up taking out 3 of the small bombs, and that actually will work to our benefit, because from there the giants, they start doing their thing. I funnel in my archers, and then they're just gonna go in the right direction, because the archers go to the right, the giants go to the left. The giants tank the archer tower as well as the cannon, and the archers are able to easily wreck the crusher before a single giant even comes close to it. So this is poetry in motion, guys. When you start figuring out the nuance of the attack, it starts to get easy, and once you pull a square base, you almost chuckle to yourself, because you know that, okay, well, I can 3-star this. And even if it's a Builder Hall 5, guys, it's not impossible. I've actually 3-starred Builder Hall 5s, a few of them, without having the battle machine, because I'm obviously a Builder Hall 4. And I will be going to Builder Hall 5 here fairly soon, but I just wanted to make sure I maxed everything. I do have 4 different accounts, and as such, I have to try my best to keep up with all of them. But even with that being said, I know that the game is going to continue getting more and more fun, and that's another reason why I'm still making videos for the builder base, is because I know a lot of you guys still enjoy playing it, and there's still a lot of things that we can figure out together, and I can teach you. Alright, so rinse, wash, repeat, guys. You're going to come in, try to stay away from the crusher. If you can get into the double cannon as soon as possible, that's primary. Sprinkle in your archers to test for traps. Then once you drop your main group of archers, you're going to save a couple for the flank. Luckily there was no trash buildings on the outside, so for the most part the archers all went in and supported the giants, with the exception of 1 or 2 which eventually works their way back into the base. So with this one, the majority of the defense are down by the time the giant gets to the crusher, and because of that, there really isn't a whole lot that they can do, because by that point in the raid, all the archers have pretty much swung the pendulum in their favor, in terms of numbers and the lack of DPS that the defenses are able to put out. So that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to bring you guys another 3-star tutorial for the builder base, because until you get the battle machine, you really have to be somewhat creative. You have to kind of understand that as you push trophies and you get higher and higher, you will get bullied, just like in the regular town hall. You will have other builder bases that are higher than you. They'll have the builder battle machine, which is a huge difference. It's an entire order higher. So just be patient, guys. Make sure you upgrade your giants, upgrade those archers, and once that's done, you can actually attack pretty much any base for a minimum of 2 stars, and it is typically a higher 2-star percentage. It's not just like a barely getting to 50 or 1-starring. So that's it, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. Trizzle tuning out.